Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Harry Sky Ridley's video blog. I'm Harry Sky, also known as San Mon Island Prepper, also known as Living Simply and Fun. I'm your host, Fleet Admiral Krabby McCoffee. Please excuse me, I haven't brushed my hair today. I think my brush is still in my purse. I will check. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up button. If you're a comer backer, welcome. Nope. I need Tylenols in there. I need to take a couple of these. So today's plan, I'm going to make some tea while we talk. I don't know where my brush went. Tell you what, we can always basically laugh and joke around and blame Zoe for it. That's right here. You say, how are we going to blame Zoe for something? Well, I'll tell you how we're going to blame Zoe. We're not. I was just saying that because I couldn't find my brush. But, anywho. So I want to thank my neighbor again for the shirt. This shirt's cool. A lot of neighbors are going out of their way right now for me. One neighbor went to the food bank, only got what she wanted, and then decided to give this girl the rest. Fiber and soups. So I could make soup tonight if I wanted. I can do mushroom soup, tomato soup. So as a prepper, we're going to be talking about prepping, but first I want to get the emergency room thing out of the way. But before we start, I'm going to fire up the tea kettle and tell you a story while we're firing the tea kettle up this morning. You see, I was in the emergency room the other night. Yep. I'm going to tell you a story. So, Thursday night. No, it's Friday night. I ended up in the emergency room. Now you guys can sit there and say, wow. Well, it is a wow. That should be good. All right. Okay, I better take some Tylenol. Let's see if we'll try some Earl Grey tea. Yep. So, I ended up in the ER. You're probably wondering how did that happen. I know Tildor is probably curious. We'll take some water and some Tylenol this morning. Here we go. So for some of you wondering what's going on, I'll tell you. Also, preps this over-the-counter net. It'll help you. That works. So, I was in the, so, as you guys can see, the kitchen damn well clean. So, I'll tell you the updates and the prepping stuff first. And then we're going to go into some prepping tool talk and so forth. So, Friday morning, I got up early. Had to be up by and showered and cleaned up for 9:30 because Zoe was coming in at 9:30. We had some forms to send in and stuff. I'm helping Zoe. So we go to town. We go get our coffee. And my coffee was $2. Actually, it's $1.50 because $1.50 because let's just say it was $1.50. Anyway, so we got our coffee. We went over to Ace. We went and purchased a prepping lantern for Zoe. We looked at cast iron skillets. Zoe was looking for some tools for cleaning the apartment. Now I had almost everything. Because I remember clearly Zoe's like, you better have a scouring pad, you better have this. Well, the only thing I didn't have was bleach, unfortunately, for the countertops. But You know, all you gotta do is as a prepper's order on Amazon, right? Amazon is king when it comes to um, supply and demand, right? So, anyway, so this morning we turned around. And that morning we got done, and we decided, right, and I had the shopping cart with me. We decided to prep all the way towards the form place, dropped off forms, picked up forms, whatever, the grocery store. And we go to the grocery store. First, always like, oh, I don't need the grocery store. And then we did. And, she's been using the food bank's supplies like me. It's a prepping thing. There's no shame in it. Living on an island is expensive. So she picked up a few supplies, make double baked potatoes. Yeah. So she got chives and sour cream, and she said Tillamook brand, hands down, A plus. So then we went from the grocery store. I don't remember where we went after that. We went home. That's right. And there was no pain, no problem. Got home, and the day before, as a prepper, we went by the doggy food bank, which we always keep the pet food separate. They come on certain days. So I have one of these preppers dog food bowls that refills itself. See? Put the food in there and it just rolls down. Yeah. So, anyways, so we get back to this place. The goal was to get everything done, right? So, I was tasked with the countertops. And Zoe went into the living room and did all the dusting, and the office and dusted, and the other place and dusted. We got all the dusting done. She vacuumed, she mopped the floors. Um, Unfortunately, the problem we have with that is we didn't get everything done. So we have two closets in here, and the room to stack and pack, which won't take too long, and a storage thing outside. Then we're ready for a steam cleaning. Fortunately, we're behind schedule due to me having a hernia. So now the manager and everyone's like, oh, just take it easy. Well, I still need to get this place prepped. I mean, literally, we got one room done. We got more to go. And it kind of stinks. So I'm here to tell you what happened after that as a prepper. Well, I went to, the store. And my neighbor, who's a sweetheart, knows I'm working my butt off. Where's that box? Oh, over there. Okay. And then my neighbor, see, I still got to clear this up a bit, behind schedule on several items, down to 4 ibuprofen. Got to pick up more of those. Amazon. So what happened exactly? Well, let me tell you the story. So I go to the store. I'm pushing a shopping cart. Start getting in pain. And I'm in pain. And my neighbor, she's talking to, she drove up there. She was talking to a friend of hers. And I'm in pain. And then finally, hey, this is cool. Let me see this. I like reading the comments. There you go. Here we go. Just fucking no verifying my. You know what? Fuck you. All right, they can kiss my ass. I'm just gonna throw this in the trash. They won't let me view comments, so I'm not gonna read it. hate when they say, you're going to verify your account. Well, I don't have to verify jack shit crap. Okay, so I turned around, and I'm pushing this cart, 50-pound cart on wheels, right? Loaded with groceries. And we finally get home, and Zoe's done. She's in the chair relaxing. She says we'll have to get the rest done tomorrow, right? Well, she saw me and I was in pain. So I said, oh, I'll just rest, right? So I tried to rest, tried to do this, had to do that, had to set up a router, get it set up so she has internet at home. And then we go outside. Neighbor wants to see us. So we go outside. And my neighbors, she's on the phone. Oh, yeah, blah, 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 right? Zoe is sitting there. And finally she says, oh, yeah. Looks over, and I'm sitting there like this on the concrete trying to alleviate the pain. And the neighbor's poking and prodding me, poking and prodding me and poking, and I'm hurting and screaming. And she's like, you need to get the ER out there, the ambulance. I said, yeah, I will. So I waddled back into my house, and I called the non-emergency number. They said, is this an emergency? I said, no. The guy knows me. I said, my home phone, calling because, and he's like, ouch. So EMS comes out, and one guy was nice. The other guy was a dick. Here's what happened. From my point of view, so we can back it up if she ever sees this video. So what happened is I was telling Higgins this. He kept saying, get back to work. Well, I don't care about getting back to work, you turkey. Hello, I am Higgins. I am a turkey. All right, so turned around. Guess what happened? They come out. Guys yelling at me. I'm combative. I'm like, listen here, you little bastard. My dog is a service dog. If you don't like it, fuck you. Well, apparently because Zoe's here and my neighbor's there, they're not letting Moppy ride in the ambulance again. Discrimination of the dog. So the neighbor's like, don't worry, Zoe will take him up. I got a ride for Zoe, right? Neighbor. The neighbor has a friend. Okay. So apparently the neighbor decides she's a former nurse. I'm going to ride with Rita. No, you can ride in front. Fine. So what happens? Put my neighbor in the waiting room. Go to the waiting room, they say. Okay? I'm there. I'm arguing in the back of the ambulance, telling the guy, look, I'm an all-American prepper, and you guys can kiss my rosy red ass. You basically want combativeness. You got it. You won't take it. And he's asking me what the dog does. That's what my dog does more for me than your damn training does for you when it comes to $75,000 of the taxpayers' money. When he found that out, he's like, ugh. So I was like, you know what the hell with you, right? So anywho. So I'm in there. Neighbor sitting in the waiting room by myself. Doctor comes in. She says, how much is the pain? She starts poking and prodding me. I looked at the doctor. I said, where's the EMS guy? She said, he doesn't want to talk to you. Why is that? Well, supposedly you're a Trumper. Yeah, that's interesting, right? And an anti-vaxxer. That's cool. And you don't believe in vaccinations. You don't believe in masks. Right? This is my channel, so don't misconstrue anything. I don't want to have my channel flagged, okay? So what happened? I let them have it, right? The doctor was sweet, but the rest, So then all of a sudden, you ready for this? Doctor says, okay, you want to set an IV? I said, why? You're just going to do my labs and throw me out, so what's the point? And that's what I told them. Do my labs and then throw me out, right? Only had 2 beers in me, right? 2. So they couldn't find much ethanol in me. Meanwhile, my neighbor tells the security guard I'm combative. Yeah, you know why I'm combative? Because I don't have my dog with me. Okay. You guys could sit there and laugh and say, that's cool, Rita. All of a sudden, doctor comes back, nurse comes back. I said, draw your blood. Okay. She says, if the doctor wants an IV, can we give you one? Yeah, but not right now because they're going to throw me out. So 3 nurses in there talking about how the doctors are overworked and, you know, they're all wearing masks. And I said, what's with the mask? Oh, well, it's a mandate. I said, yeah, it's county mandate. I said, you better be prepared for lockdown soon. You know, this is why I'm here to tell you guys, preppers, they're going to basically do some. But guess what? I haven't seen anything from TSA yet about mask mandates or airplanes yet. Waiting for that. It's already September 24th. Make note of that date. 6 days till the end of the month. So you guys are sitting there and you're thinking, okay, what now? Drew my blood, didn't put in IV. I told them, you know, the nurses, I'm arguing with the doctor. The doctor said, okay. Doctor goes there, right? The doctor is like, by policy, you know. I said, by policy, he's a fucking service dog. By policy, you're discriminating. Any other hospital, they'd let me in the room with him. But your policy is he can't go with me. You see that vest, right? So while I was arguing, the head nurse, who's basically trying to run things, is getting a little irritated. And she goes and into the room, right? And then you got Stacy and Zoe debating which one's going to be looking after me, right? Going in, right? So they made an ultimatum. Either Stacy goes, Zoe goes, or Moppy goes. I'd rather have her Moppy in there, right? Stacy goes. Thinking, you know, Rita can understand. I'll be there for her. Really? First of all, the dog. Oh, no. So I finally told the doctor, hurry this fuck up, right? She said, oh, well, unless your hernia turns purple or black, just watch your skin colors. If that happens, or you're throwing up, get back to the ER. Blood work, right? Clean. She ordered a gamma test for my blood. That's it. Basically realized I'm in severe pain. Then tells me she wants to give me 6 take-home Percocets. Sends a prescription of Colace, basically a stool softener. So because of the narcotics, right? So I'm sitting around, right? And I was like, what is 6 pills going to do for me, right? As a prepper, what is 6 pills? Are these? You take 2 of these, you wait an hour, usually cuts the pain in half, right? Oh, well, these are more, right? Well, let me just put it this way. 6 pills. Let me show you this. 6 pills. I was always worried about this, right? Look at this. That's all they gave me. 6 pills. 6. Now, Zoe's going to sit there and say, you didn't take any? No. I got to make these last. I hate taking these pills. Tylenol, I already learned that Tylenol is 6. So, 6 pills, that's it. 6. So here's the thing, right? Prepper, those are more valuable in a prepping situation than they are taken right now. 2, these work a lot better for pain as long as you're not in serious pain. Now, in serious pain situations like the other day when Tylenol and ibuprofen, naproxen didn't work, that's where these pills would come in. That's why you have to be very sparsely, you know. So blood labs look good. The neighbor, she's basically thinking of trying to force me to get airlifted off to get this taken care of. They're like, no, we don't have any surgeons available. You might be lucky to get in at January for surgery. Wow, that's amazing. I got one telling me in November. You're telling me January. So doctor calls me later and tells me on her smoke break, she's lesbian, by the way, that it seems the hospital's trying to kill me. I said, why? She said, because they don't like people like us and we're and Catholic. Yeah. So to her, it's pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. So she did her job. She did her job well. Yeah. Let's just soak that for a minute. So, anyways, we get in, we get discharged. I go out. First thing I do is I hug Moppy. That's right, I hug my little baby who's sitting at the door waiting for me on my sweatshirt. Yeah, on my sweatshirt. Here, son. Come here. Oh, yeah, I love you too. See? Here we go, people. See? Look at him. Apparently, they're worried about him being aggressive. You see any aggression in him, huh? What's up? Why your belly scratch, huh? Yeah. So, anyways, we get in the car, and the neighbor tells me, get front seat, shotgun. This guy, he's got a dog he has to put in the back. He's like, whoa. And my neighbor apparently said, look, that's the service dog and the service dog's owner, right? So, what happened? I'll tell you what happened. We get home. I get in. I'm exhausted. Zoe, before we left the hospital, I called the cab, right? Cab company said he's working till midnight at least, right? So Zoe's happy, not happy about the taxi, but she adjusted. She was, but then we get home. I'm laying there. They didn't give me any pain pills. They didn't give me any shots. The EMS gave me 4 ibuprofen. So they couldn't give me anything because I had ibuprofen in me. Couldn't even give me a shot of Dilaudid or 1 shot of morphine to kill the pain. So guess what? So we get home. And then all of a sudden, me and Zoe's talking about stuff. I said, well, if you have to stay here tonight, here's some mac and cheese. She says, oh, I wish they had delivery here. Because she didn't want to deliver. So I said, well, if you take it nice and slow, we might be able to figure something out, right? So I called the place up that does pizzas and wings. And, yeah. So then all of a sudden we went down to town 1.2 miles. Zoe had this idea. So she said, hey, can you make a phone call for me? Sure. You're my private secretary. Sure. So I call up, tell them we got 2 people and a dog leaving at 11 o'clock from the gas station, and we're going directly home to me, right? So the guy was parked there, he's waiting, and he was there 10 minutes, whatever. And so what happened is I go in the gas station after eating the pizza. Of course, we devoured it, and and stuff. And then we went to the car, and Zoe's staying warm, looking for chocolate. I already picked up a couple items there. Bud Ice wasn't a bad beer. Personally, I think my favorite is Bud Light. By the way, Bud Light. Higgins was grilling me last night, right? So I sent him the picture, So what happened was, we'll get to Higgins maybe in video 2 today. So we get home, and yeah. And, I tell Zoe, hey, cab's here. So we get in the cab. She's decided, she's like, you tell the driver. So I said, listen here, here's the deal. And the guy's like, okay, you're driving me up to my home, then you're driving her to her home. Capiche? Guy said, dog rides free. I said, cool. He did it. Well, I don't know what the bill is, but it wasn't, thing is. But I wanted to thank Zoe again for the car ride home, and the doctor And everyone told Zoe and myself, no more carts, no more pushing. So now I got to rely on people like my neighbors and Zoe to help me out more, or Chloe. Got to get Chloe involved somehow, due to the fact that I'm going to have to get supplies brought in because they're not telling me when and if I'm going to have, surgery. So, anyways, while I'm waiting for surgery, I have to prep. So, I got to do some prepping tomorrow. You guys are like, well, what am I prepping? Tildor's like, you're on a prep. Really? Tildor, that's funny because everything I've done for Zoe so far is in the heart of prepping. And by the way, Tildor, maybe you should read this, you little butthead. It says right there, sweet old lady, more like battle-tested warrior queen. I want to shout out to Pee-wee. I'm going to send you an email, sis, to check on you. Hopefully you didn't kick the bucket like Fanny. So anyways, I want to thank all of you. So today we're going to be talking about a few items for your prepping. Yeah, so item 1 came in Friday. I've been using it, by the way. Let me show you item 1. Oh, yeah, I need this. Item 1 is a planner, a journal, a journal. See this? This journal keeps a diary and log my prepping, see? It's dated at the top, so I started yesterday, because yesterday, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages in 2 days. Yeah, 6 pages. In my color too. I got another one coming. So these will come in handy as preppers for situational. You can write down everything. You can do things when you think, etc., etc. I know Tildor, I thought we're doing an unboxing. We were, but the problem is I have medical issues. Okay, I can't just basically show you. I will be doing another unboxing video soon. I just ordered 10 more boxes of macaroni and cheese that I like. Okay, food stamps are tight. They are only giving me $23 a month. The bank, of course, hasn't refunded me my Medicare premium that she's paying for. That money is allocated for prepping, and prepping we shall do until next year. Fortunately for Tildor and the rest, I think Tildor is taking a break due to the fact that Tildor is, I'm going to say this now to be funny here on my channel. It's my channel. I can get away with it because, well, it's my channel. I'm thinking Tildor is Higgins. Because last night, the Higgins made a assumption, and it disturbed me to no end, okay? Now, one of the things is moderator Zoe is all female, all right? That's the thing. She doesn't have a weenie. She didn't have a sex change. She's all female, okay? There's people out there that, and then, and so Tildor's complaining and stuff about the Black Swan's landing, Black Swan's taking off, Black Swan's doing this. Okay, so I'm going to go over a lot of you have emailed me saying, what is this Black Swan? I actually put it in my journal, okay? I don't know. Could be banking collapse, could be World War III, could be nuclear war, could be Great Depression 2.0. We don't know, all right? But in the meantime, the news as a prepper, it ain't like that, all right? So I want to show you the second prepping tool. Actually, I'm trying to take my time this morning, Sunday. And I will do a second video this morning talking about these two prepping tools, right? Again, so you don't have to miss anything about my hospital visit story. Okay? Because off and on today, we're going to be talking about prepping in the second video and etc. But right now, I want to show you the other prepping tool we're talking about. I know it ain't this. I'm just fixing this. By the way, everyone, fixing it. So the prepping tool today we're going to be talking about is, as you all know, we have blackouts coming. tomorrow night, Monday night, 10 to 6, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It screws up people trying to open their gas stations at 5:30 in the morning. So everyone's due in after the power comes back. So it's like 7 to 11 or whatever. But anyways, I want to show you this box. Now, I've already looked at it, but here it is. Now, before we continue, I want to show you a couple things first on screen share this morning, because I'm very excited to tell you. We'll be talking about this again. All right, so there we go. So this costed $22. All right, $22. I'll give you the link. I've just ordered some more, by the way. I'm going to show you this. Okay. I'm also going to try to do videos in the office, maybe in the dark. But anyway, I'll show you what these are. These are the Etic City lantern. Now you can sit there and say, okay, what's the difference? Well, it doesn't have a compass on the top, but you pull it like this. Yeah, and it's pretty damn bright, see? Yeah, and then you just close it. Now you're wondering, $22, batteries included. So we're going to go through. This is one. Actually, let's just say that was 3. So one's here. We're going to go clockwise. This is 1. You see? So this is a prepper's tool right here. $22, batteries included. It's not as nice as the, actually, I'd say these are the value pack. So I personally think, as a prepper, see, lasts 30 hours plus on 3 batteries. So one of your prepping tools you're going to need to prep if you're going to keep these on hand, or multiple sets, is make sure to have plenty of batteries. I ordered more batteries. I got different various brands so I could keep the lanterns going. But you're asking, why did I order another set? Well, let me just tell you. With these 4 and the 2 in the kitchen, that's 6. That means I can have one in the kitchen, 1 in the living room, 2 in the rooms, and 1 in the hall, and 1 in the john. That equals 6. The other ones will be backup. That's number 3. And then, as you know, this one. So, yeah. So, I mean, if you look at all these look pretty good. Yeah, see? So we'll be talking about this and other prepping things, but this is a great value too, by the way. So the preppers, power outages, I can tell you, these will be affordable. Yeah. So with that said, anything else you guys want to talk about? Yes. So I ordered 10 boxes of mac and cheese. The other thing I want to tell you is I've been working with Zoe about other things. By the way, the box fan is working amazing. I thought I had to buy another box fan, but all it needed was cleaning. So Zoe told me, give me a tool, give me a screwdriver. And then I said, okay. And then she said, no, you do it. So technically she unscrewed it. She cleaned the entire thing of the box fan. And then, so anyways, currently the mac and cheese, some of the mac and cheese went down, some of it went up. I will tell you that I got more dish soap coming too, but I am very happy to report there's other items we're going to have to buy soon, which as a prepper I'm going to have to tell you about, which is another bottle of Windex. Yeah, so So what I do is I spend money and I buy Windex. So one of the things as a prepper, which I'm going to get into in the next video, is for you all is straight up prepping. So we're going to talk about these lanterns again. We're going to talk about the journal, and we're going to be talking about preps today. So in the meantime, stay tuned for part 2, which will be prepping, lanterns, journal, coming up. But I'm not going to just get up and leave you guys for 10 minutes on a live while wondering what's happening to me. So I'm going to go use the toilet, and I'll be back for part 2. So please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions, like, subscribe buttons. Hold some fun for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, your service bunnies. Hit the bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button. Keep your comments nice. Always ask. Thank you, and God bless you and everything you do.